Guys, oh, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. My tooth is hurting so bad. Like I hadn't even hardly been asleep. It's like 3 o'clock. I hadn't hardly been asleep. So I talked to Jared. Nobody's gonna be open on Labor Day. So I have called a friend of mine that's a dentist in Starkville. And he's gonna call in me a prescription. Dad said I needed some penicillin. I'm sorry, I'm still asleep. But the penicillin is one thing they still use for toothaches. And maybe call me in some pain meds. I can't stand to take that stuff. But I hadn't had anything here but some ibuprofen and some Tylenol, and I've been kind of mixing them together. So if I can get up here in a little bit, I think it's like 3:15. Dad and I'll go hunt. But I won't be able to go get any meds until Tuesday. Cause I think it's this Labor Day. I'm in a mess. If anything, I have learned my lesson. Do not put stuff off. Don't put stuff off. But I had the tooth fixed, and my dentist told me I needed a root canal. But anyway, $1,600. $1,600. I don't have dental insurance, so anyway, I guess I thought it was just gonna go away. But I'm fixing to get up, try to slosh around. It's really swollen. Try to slosh around some salt water, and I'll see y'all once the sun comes up. Morning, y'all. It was a long night. I think I finally got a little relief from my tooth about 3:30 or 4 o'clock this morning. So anyway, fixing to get up and see how it's going. All right, what's going on, guys? So I figured I'd come out here and get in the hammock. The sun hitting on me actually feels good to my tooth. I've had a hot compress, I've had a cold compress on it, but man, I had a rough night, just up and down and hurt and everything. Dad had some Cipro, thank goodness, which is antibiotic. I took, a couple yesterday just to kind of get some in me, and really the only thing we have is pain. For pain is just ibuprofen and Tylenol. So I don't know, sometime 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, it actually started feeling some better. It's swollen. I don't know if you can tell. So I think the Cipro, the antibiotic, has kind of helped maybe the infection and stuff, and it's kind of helped with the pain. So I definitely feel better. I got up, fixed me a cup of coffee. Can't really drink any coffee. Can't do anything really hot, really cold. I really can't chew over there or anything. It's what it is. I had a tooth break off. I don't know. It's probably been a month ago now, and maybe even longer. Went to see my personal dentist. He couldn't do a root canal on it, but he did put a little filling in it, and that was just something temporary. And then, like I told y'all, I was gonna go get a root canal and get a crown and put on it, but that's too expensive. I've put it off, hadn't done it, but like I said, I've probably learned my lesson about putting off, and some way or another I got to figure out a way to get it done, or I'm just gonna get it pulled. But it's a it's a jaw tooth right there. And of course, you use that eating a lot. Dad got up. I heard him leaving. Went hunting this morning. I'm kind of looking for him. He should be coming from right over here when he starts coming out. There were probably yesterday afternoon, I don't know, I would say 200 head of elk. There may have even been more than that. Dad was at the Lower Wallace. I was at the tank. And the elk come out over there at the Big Pond, which is where you saw me like the first couple days. And all those elk were over there at that pond. I think it'll probably be on one of the first hunting videos where I got up in the tree and I videoed, there at the pond. But I mean, you just don't ever know, and it just seems like, man, it just seems like Dad and I are both snake bit. I mean, you go here and the elk are there. You go there and the elk are here. But that's just hunting. And normally on these trips, he and I kind of get them figured, or I say figure them out. You don't ever figure them out, but the Lord has always just kind of opened the door, and there they are. But we have a few more days to hunt. I hope y'all are enjoying these videos. I know, and I don't mean this ugly, I know a lot of you are probably here watching these videos, or not a lot of you, some of you for one thing, and y'all are wanting to see us get a elk. And look, don't nobody want us to get a elk more than I do and Dad does. But I hope you're watching just to kind of see the, kind of what we do, the relationship between me and Dad. We'll probably have a little story time here once he gets back. I know a lot of you enjoy that. So if you like these videos, make sure you like and you subscribe. Hit the super thanks if you feel so led. Hey, if nothing else, it'll help me. It'll help me pay for whatever I got to do to this tooth. But I'm gonna do some elk hunting this afternoon. I hope so. That I'm definitely a lot better. My voice is just real shaky just from the lack of sleep. And man, toothaches hurt. They hurt so bad. So y'all keep on following the Fanchers. Again, I hope y'all are enjoying this content. I'm going to go out on a limb. The videos up to today have been great, man. Thank y'all for watching and following along. I'm going to wait on Dad to get here, and we'll have a little story time. Oh, so Dad just got home. I hadn't even got to talk to him, so I told y'all he had been hunting and what's been going on with my tooth, so y'all will hear it as I hear it.
Well, just I had slayed on my mind with the tooth. As a pharmacist, I've said for 40 years there's nothing more aggravating and painful than an earache or a toothache, so I had him on my mind. But when I got to where I was going this morning, I could hear two big bulls bugling, and
I'd already told him about all the elk that was in the meadow, at dark yesterday.
Yeah, and I kind of knew I'd messed up because I was behind them, but I had great wind all morning, and I thought, well, I'll just keep following them until I maybe can get them to make a stand or something. The timber was pretty open for a while, and it thickened up really, really bad, but they let me know where they were really regular. I knew right where they were. Never called to them because I was wanting to try to let them get to where they were going to bed, and then I'd try to call the bull, because once they start going away from you, you're not going to hardly ever turn them around and get them to come back. You might get the bull to come back, but they began to settle down, and it was two big bulls and sound like maybe a spike or two, and maybe at 9 o'clock-ish, I could tell they were slowing down, and the bulls were, instead of traveling, they were more left and right. I was at this point 150 yards behind them maybe. So I just settled in right there. I could tell the two bulls were going back and forth, and they were bugling at each other, but they would never fight. But long story short, I got in real tight on the first 6x6. He was nice, but he wasn't, didn't sound as good as the other one. I thought, well, I'm not going to make a play on him. I'm going to wait and see what the big bull looks like. And sure enough, in about 10 minutes, just easing along, had the wind in my face good, there he was, and he's a giant. He's a 6x6, good deep whale tails. And he had 3 cows, and the other one had 5 cows. I got 41 yards from him. Perfect range, perfect broadside, and there was a little 4-point limb sticking out, a dry limb in front of him. And that was it. That's the closest I came to a good shot. But I was around him for a long time, and then I finally just left him. I said, "Well, they're fixing to bed in here, and they'll be back. I'll be back this afternoon."
Yeah.
So that's where we were.
Well, at least you was here.
Well, good morning, a beautiful morning.
Got to hear some bugling. Dad hadn't got to hear as much bugling probably as I have.
Oh no, it was
just not being.
I left both of them bugling, and but they had already begun to settle down. In fact, I saw 2 cows laying down, and once that happens, you best just move on.
All right, guys, I just got to the cabin. Whew. So you can see it ain't dark yet. Look at there. Look, one. Well, really, that's my judo, as y'all been seeing all week. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing an arrow. And I wanna, the video's gonna be so long. So this video is gonna be my whole tooth drama, Dad telling stories, and then I hope that this right here turns out good. But God is always so good and so gracious. So God bless. Jesus saves. Thank y'all for following the Fanchers. And don't miss tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow's video. It may all be in the dark. It may be me and Dad. It may be, I don't know what all that's going to entail. But you don't want to miss Follow the Fanchers tomorrow. Thank y'all. Like, subscribe. Hit the comment button. Leave comments. Whatever. God bless. Jesus saves. Again,